Attention passionate Seattle SCHNEIDER fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Seattle Seahawks' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Seattle Seahawks fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Seattle SCHNEIDER fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. Sit tight because what's bubbling up in the NFC West right now is nothing short of a seismic shift. Rumors are swirling that the Seattle Seahawks could be eyeing a blockbuster move that might shake up the entire division. Specifically, a potential trade for none other than Fred Warner from the San Francisco 49ers. Yes, you heard that right. The Seahawks, who are already sitting pretty at 6-2 and playing some of the best football in the league, might be looking to add a game-changing linebacker to their roster, and Warner is the name on everyone's lips. Let's unpack this a bit because it's not just about adding a player. It's about transforming the entire defensive dynamic of the Seahawks. Fred Warner, at 28 years old, is widely regarded as one of the most intelligent, versatile, and effective linebackers in the NFL today. His ability to switch seamlessly between coverage and blitzing makes him a nightmare for offenses, especially in our division where pass-heavy offenses are becoming the norm. Warner's career stats are impressive: over 650 tackles, 15 interceptions, and 12 sacks. He's a four-time All-Pro, and his PFF grade has hovered around 91.2, which is elite territory. What makes Warner such a tantalizing target for Seattle is not only his production, but his football IQ. His pre-snap recognition is among the best in the league, often turning the tide of a play before it even begins. Imagine having a linebacker in your defense who can diagnose plays faster than most, and then execute with precision. That's Warner. His ability to neutralize middle-of-the-field threats and bolster the Seahawks' pass defense is a game-changer for a team that already boasts a pretty solid secondary and a stout front four. Now, why would the 49ers consider trading Warner? Well, the reports suggest that San Francisco is in a bit of a cap crunch, especially after acquiring Christian McCaffrey and trying to keep their roster competitive. The Niners are sitting at about $10 million over the cap, and they're exploring options to retool their roster, especially as they focus on rebuilding their aging offensive line and shoring up a secondary that's been allowing nearly 240 yards per game. There's skepticism around the Bay Area about their ability to keep all their key players, and Warner, despite being an All-Pro, might be viewed as expendable if the right offer comes along. Sources indicate that the 49ers are considering a trade that could net them a first-round pick in the 2026 draft and a fourth-rounder in 2027. That's a significant price, but for a player of Warner's caliber, it might be deemed worth it. Think about it. San Francisco could be prioritizing future assets to rebuild after a couple of seasons that have seen some inconsistency, especially on defense. Their defense has been a bit shaky lately, allowing 24 points per game, which isn't what they're used to. They're also perhaps prioritizing bolstering their offensive line to protect their quarterback better, especially with the aging of players like Trent Williams and some injuries on the line. On the Seahawks side, this move could be a total game-changer. Seattle's defense has been playing some of the most suffocating football in the league, especially against NFC West opponents. Adding a player like Warner could elevate their already formidable defense to new heights. The Seahawks are currently leading the division at 6-2, but adding a linebacker of Warner's caliber could make them a true powerhouse, especially come playoff time. His ability to blitz and get sacks, he's consistently among the league leaders in pressure and sacks for a linebacker, would complement their defensive scheme perfectly. Plus, Warner's presence on a defense that already features talented players like Tariq Woolen and Jamal Adams could create a real nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. From a strategic perspective, adding Warner would fill a void that has been noticeable since the departure of Bobby Wagner last year. The Seahawks have been trying to develop a versatile linebacker core, and Warner's experience and high football IQ would be a perfect fit. Not only that, but his leadership qualities and ability to read plays pre-snap would help elevate the entire defense. Pete Carroll's schemes thrive on smart, disciplined players who can adapt on the fly, and Warner embodies exactly that. His presence could also serve as a catalyst for the development of younger linebackers on the roster, such as Cody Barton, who has been stepping up but can learn a lot from someone like Warner. Let's not forget the Seahawks. Offense is already firing on all cylinders, with Geno Smith leading a balanced attack, and the addition of a defensive star like Warner would make them a complete team. Their pass rush, led by players like Darrell Taylor, is solid, but adding Warner would give them that extra layer of intelligence and aggression in the middle of the field. And in today's NFL, where the game is often decided by a handful of plays, having a linebacker who can turn the tide with an interception or a timely blitz is invaluable. The Seahawks are in a prime position to make bold moves, especially with their recent success and the confidence building in the locker room. Now, some fans might be wondering about the risks involved. Trading for Warner isn't without its uncertainties: injury concerns, salary cap implications, and the chemistry of integrating a new player into an already cohesive unit. Warner did suffer a knee injury in Week 3, which kept him out for a game, but he's been healthy since and playing at a high level. His durability over the years has been impressive, and his work ethic is well known around the league. Plus, the Seahawks are known for their strong team culture, which emphasizes discipline, intelligence, and relentless effort, traits that Warner embodies. Moving forward, the Seahawks will be watching the trade market closely. They could be in a prime position to strike, especially if the 49ers are motivated to get a substantial return. The NFC West has always been competitive, but with these potential moves, it's clear that the Seahawks are not just content to compete. They want to dominate. The division rivals will have to elevate their game if they want to keep pace with a Seahawks team that's looking to make a serious push for the Super Bowl. Looking at the bigger picture, Warner's presence could be the X factor that turns the Seahawks into a true contender in the postseason. His playoff experience, football IQ, and knack for making game-changing plays could be exactly what Seattle needs to get over the hump. Plus, with odds increasing from plus 2,000 to plus 800 for the Super Bowl, the Seahawks are starting to look like a legit threat, and adding a player like Warner only amplifies that perception. In conclusion, it's easy to see why the talk about Warner's potential move is gaining steam. Seattle fans are hungry for success, and this kind of strategic move could be the catalyst that propels them toward a deep playoff run, and who knows, maybe another shot at lifting the Lombardi Trophy. As the season unfolds, keep your eyes peeled, because if this trade happens, it could be one of the most pivotal moments in Seahawks history in recent years. Warner's football intelligence, leadership, and on-field impact could make all the difference, turning Seattle into an even more formidable force. The NFC West is about to get even more interesting, and Seahawks fans should be ready for what's coming next. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Seattle Seahawks news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Seattle Seahawks fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on the possibility of Warner donning the Seahawks colors? Are you excited about the potential upgrade? Do you think this could be the piece that pushes Seattle over the top? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Seahawks. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Seattle Seahawks news. The season is heating up, and with moves like this, the Seahawks are shaping up to be a team nobody wants to face come playoff time. Let's go.